So here is my character right now. It is a sorceress. I'm running 2 and Fire Bolt. Honestly, could just run Arc Lash as well with this. Doesn't really matter. I'm not really using the main one. For my core skill, I'm using Ice Shards right here, and then going to Greater Ice Shards. I also am getting Elemental Dominance because I'm above 50 mana often. So I get the extra damage right there. 1 in Fireball. This is because I'm using Fireball for my enchantment. I'm using Teleport right here with Shimmering Teleport. I don't have anything in Flame Shield. Flame Shield is an option, of course, if you want. Heals you for 50% of your missing life right there, which can be really nice. Or the mana cost reduction, but we don't really need that. So I'd probably go into Shimmering Flame Shield if I want to run points there. Otherwise, Elemental Attunement I have a point in. This could be one that I want to increase as well, just potentially to have a little bit more. So if I got a couple more skills, probably going to that. Also, there's one other spot maybe. Glass Cannon, increased damage, but you take more damage, but we're going for the high DPS right there. And then Ice Armor and Frost Nova, I've got points as well. Here I just have 1 point in Ice Armor. And I like taking it down to Shimmering just because they have a chance to freeze when they attack you. But this is also one that you could totally take off and put into, over here or something, right, as well. Whatever it is that you'd like to do. So Mystical Frost Nova, and then I've got 3 out of 5 in Frost Nova, so this is also one that you can max out if you would like. Continuing down, we've got Precision Magic, which is 3 for 3, just for the lucky hit chance increase. And then Mana Shield and Protection, you're pretty much going to run on every single Sorceress build. They're just really good. So this just gets you barrier and just damage reduction, which is just super helpful. Not using anything in the Masteries over here, so no Blizzard or anything like that. Down here, I've just maxed out all of these. This is just Frost damage to elites, increased cold damage to vulnerable. Cold damage against vulnerable enemies has 20% chance to generate mana. This is really nice because it's helping keep our mana alive. And then this is 9% increased damage to chilled enemies and 18% increased damage to frozen enemies. Then I'm also going Deep Freeze and running it all the way deep because it helps reduce the cooldowns at the end, which I think is kind of nice, getting everything up. Once my cooldowns are low enough, I'll probably eventually get rid of that. You could also run Inferno to just bring things together and just do this and this right there to pull stuff to the center. Then I'm using Avalanche right now. At this point, I might just go into Shatter because this is super nice. After freeze expires, enemies explode for 25% of the damage you dealt to them while they were frozen. So that'll be really, really solid. I was using this and it helps with the mana because my next mana thing costs no mana, but now it's starting to get to that point where it's not quite as important. However, this does give the 40% chance increased damage right there, and it goes off pretty often. So something to decide if I want to use that or use this. This is something that we can just swap back and forth and test out. For my Paragon right now, this is where we're at. So we've just gone up and around into here just to get the resistances and the non-physical damage. I've got Destruction socketed right now, so I've got the dexterity for that. Crit damage with core skills, which is our ice shards right there. Then I go up and touch both of these guys. Coming up here, I grab this and just the attack speed from these nodes. I move up and over, grab the mana. Just a little bit of mana is helpful, right? All the max mana for my build, because staying above there. Unfortunately, all the legendary nodes are pretty trash, so I'm not using any of those. But we are up here, and we do have this glyph socket, which is willpower. I don't have enough willpower yet, because I guess I could go down to get that willpower right below. So that's actually... For now, is there anywhere else that there's willpower I can grab? No, I need to wait until like this pushes out a touch, and then I can just grab this and this node and I'll have it. But for now, we can grab this node, and that will now get us that bonus. So there we go. You gain 30% increased potion healing right there, which is nice. So always make sure that you're looking for those and you're double checking on that stuff. Now we just continue our way up into here, where we now have this. We've got Tactician right here, which grants 50% bonus to all rare nodes within range, which hits 2 of these. And so this gives us more vulnerable damage and intelligence, and then more cold resist and intelligence as well up here. I don't have the dexterity or willpower requirements quite yet to match all of this, but this is currently what we're at, and we're just working our way up towards that. So as we get more of that, we'll get closer and closer. Otherwise, some vulnerable damage and intelligence on that, which is nice. And then when I get all the dexterity here, which I can't quite get yet until I get this upgraded to be a little bit bigger, and then I can get dexterity from these nodes, which will get me there. Then I will have the you deal 10% increased damage for 4 seconds after casting a defensive skill, which will be really nice for this character because, well, we cast defensive skills. And so even here, while I still am waiting for that, I could go ahead and wait right there and start working my way over to all of these where I'm going to be going for all of this vulnerable. And that's all we have so far. Yeah, so I'll probably get that, and then I'll probably like kick out over here, attach another board, and see for that. For my character, right now I'm running this. So lucky hit chance increased by 17%. This one right here, increased crowd control duration. While enemies are unstoppable, you deal increased damage to them. So the increased crowd control duration is nice because we're freezing. But I'll probably shift this over to something else. That's just what I have currently. These gloves are really nice. The stats on them are really nice with the lucky hit chance, the +4 rank of ice shards. And then you deal more damage to immobilized, stunned, or frozen enemies, which is good for us. You gain increased armor is really nice. This is super helpful for being defensive. +4 ranks of teleport and 2 of ice armor. And then I imprinted this, but I actually don't need it. So it's kind of a waste because I already have it up here. But if I remove it from up here and shift this item over or something, then, we'll see. But I probably just need to replace my boots. I need to replace my pants and my armor. My weapon, currently I'm using a staff. Probably better to use a wand and an offhand, then you get 2 legendaries there, right? Or aspects to add on to them. I've also got the emeralds in there for crit strike. But the ice shards pierce 7 times, dealing less damage for subsequent hit. We've got over here, core mastery, skills cast at or above 100 mana, gain 51%. Increased crit strike right there. This is deal 22% increased damage while you have a barrier active, which I have often, and using cooldown restores mana to help us over there. And that is our character. Yeah, hopefully that covers all of it. Peace, YouTube. Hold on, I guess I can show how she plays. I'll do that really fast. Let me go to... I like going to the PvP zone. So this is the current setup. We are level 72. And I'm just going to take her out here. Kind of show. So again, I'm mainly just ice sharding everything here. Let me get a group. Right, so ice shards is my main stuff, but whenever I freeze, then I just blast, right? And so that is using this Frost Nova right here is the main idea. Get in the middle, freeze it, and then it ricochets between all of them. And I can use this. I have my barrier. Anytime I use a cooldown, I get a barrier. So I'm constantly balancing between a variety of things. And then when there's a group of stuff up, I can freeze it all and kill it all. And it works pretty well. And then whenever everything's on cooldown and it's taking a little bit, or I'm just in a tough spot, I can use Deep Freeze right there. Great way to kind of get all the cooldowns to drop down again. And yeah. So this is the character kind of right here. And just, like I say, you can see me balancing a lot of times, having that barrier up because the barrier helps us with our damage. And it also helps us with survivability, of course. So a lot to be done for all that. So overall, I'd say pretty fun build so far. And does pretty well. And as we continue, we'll just be boosting up our Paragon there, and that'll be a big, help. So, anyways, now we can say it. Peace, YouTube. Have a good one. Hope you're enjoying your time in D4.